The ongoing battles in Syria are more than 1,000 kilometers away from Ukraine. But the crisis in Crimea may have a real impact. The international community has given this man the job of trying to find peace in Syria, but talks convened by veteran peacemaker Lakhdar Brahimi in Geneva have achieved nothing. Getting both sides back around the table and persuading them, and in particular the Syrian government, to negotiate properly requires pressure from the US and Russia working together. That doesn't look likely now. Just like the peace talks, the deal to remove Syria's chemical weapons was done by US Secretary of State John Kerry and his Russian counterpart Sergey Lavrov. So much has happened since that handshake took place at this very spot less than 6 months ago. US-Russian relations are arguably at their worst point since any time since the end of the Cold War. And that chemical weapons deal is not going to plan. The Syrian government is well behind schedule in getting those deadly agents out of the country. Some believe the Assad government may welcome the fact the world's attention has moved.
I think President Assad is dancing in Damascus right now. Why? Because he knows that the United States has its hands full with the Crimean crisis, and he believes at this stage that a lot of international pressure will be taken out of his back, because all of NATO, all of Europe, all of the United States energy is now into Ukraine.
There could, however, be a downside for President Assad too. He relies on Russian support, particularly weapons and parts for his aircraft and tanks. If the West presses for sanctions against Russian banks and even arms manufacturers, that could really hurt his war machine. James Bays, Al Jazeera of the United Nations.